Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition using the RTX 2080. Let's take a look for options. This is one of the games that we've seen on NVIDIA's benchmarking sites. So if I remember right, I had this off. And I think I have my interest filtering to low, but we'll leave that on high. Because I knew VXAO is incredibly expensive, so... And motion blurring is also off, but everything else I've set either to high or average. So let's see how the performance stacks up. If you can recall, last time it was playable, but very, very choppy in many instances. So hopefully that's improved with the new architecture. I don't think there's anything specifically written for this game yet, or that's written and released. A lot of stuff is in alpha or beta as far as the features of the RTX. But at the very least, I should see a slight increase from my standard 1080 to the 2080. Ah, that's right, I forgot I made a custom character. I can give me any clothes either. Let's see. I do not remember how to turn that off. Maybe have to find another...
great range of wares here. Paradise for a technophile like you.
Some sizable seismic activity down south near Longwythe. Dave and his boys are on the beat as we speak. It's the darndest thing. Ain't never felt so much as a rumble round these parts. Got a lot of folks worried. Got me worried too. Ain't easy tuning up a shaking chassis. Anywho, hope Dave and y'all can do something.
You ready to rumble, Nut?
In King's Night? Oh yeah, I'm game.
In that case, I'll join you.
Huh, you know, it said I could change his appearance, but I'm not seeing it here.
Hey, wanna hit up the crow's nest?
If you wish to put on weight, certainly.
Yeah, I know.
I see your hunter's instincts brought you all back here. Mine are telling me there's something real shady about these shakes. Got all my hunters foraged in the field for clues as we speak. Even enlisted the help of a fella from Galden. Name's Dino, real upright fella. Said he found himself a suspect spot. Y'all mind going to check it out for me?
So your friends made during the journey have caught wind of the incident and gathered at the Long Y rest area, 12 of possible 14.
I see you boys are on the beat too. Not surprising, given the scale of this incident, if you will. My buddy Dino's been searching for a scoop. Sounds pretty dangerous. Think of how many copies we'll sell. And apparently there are some old legends about Longwythe. Past myths back to haunt the present. People will eat it up.
Noctis, my boy, you seen it out there? These quakes have got the guppies scared out of their gills. Wonder if there's a new fish done set them all astir. Whatever it is causing these quakes, it's gotta be a real whopper. Either way, I'm gonna keep on fishing. And don't worry, if I get any good bites, you boys will be the first to know.
Well, look what the coral dragged in. You boys curious about these quakes too? As it were, I was going through some old biology docs and I stumbled upon something that might pique your interest. Longwythe Peak. Oh, baby, this is monumental. I've got to check it out up close.
Well, I guess my cover's blown. I didn't come here to cook. I came here as an informant. Thought about picking up some ingredients while I was in the area, but now's not really the time for grocery shopping. If the quakes shake the key and our ship stops sailing, our restaurant's sunk. We need to solve this now.
Well, if it is an inch pre octus nay. Dave probably told you, but I'm out here reporting on the earthquake. Since we're on good terms, let me share a little scoop. Word on the street is that the crag itself is the key. That, Crown City chick, Monica? Yeah, well, she's following up on the lead at Longwythe for me.
How in tarnation's a man supposed to get any work done when his tools are flying off the shelves all willy-nilly? In all my years living on the outside, I ain't never felt anything like these earthquakes. Ain't good for nothing but giving me a backache. Tooey!
We heard rumblings of an earthquake around here and came to check it out. It's a little too close to the capital for comfort. Normally, Jared's notebook has the answer, but it came up blank this time, except for a weird legend about Longwythe. Something about the mountain awakening every few centuries and making the earth shake by its rousing. That's the best I got.
Prince Noctis, are you helping look for earthquakes? Well, guess what? I'm helping too! I started looking in Grandpa's notebook, and here's what I found. It said there's a legend about the mountain, and that's all he wrote. Oh, but you know what else? He drew a picture of a turtle. Not only was Grandpa smart, but he was a good drawer.
If it isn't my favorite hunters. You looking into what's causing all these earthquakes? Everyone at the power plant's up in arms. They're all wondering if the meteor's got anything to do with them. The company's offering a bonus to anyone who can solve the mystery, so I figured I'd take up the cause and earn some extra gil.
All these recent quakes are giving me the chills.
Can't even boil a pot of water without worrying it's gonna spill all over the place. Only got a splash of stock left in the fridge. Like to run dry if these quakes don't quiet down soon.
Easy now.
I'm going on ahead.
What's the forecast?
Clear skies with the temperature rising.
Nice.
The frame rate's still a little rough, but it is just a little bit better than
easy as they come. Really? Again?
Rest of the wicked.
Thanks for the ride.
We'll meet again.
The cause of the quakes? I'm afraid I must direct you to Monica. I'm simply here to look out for Lady Iris and young Talcott. And that's all I have to say. Apologies for not being of help.
Huh. A Magitech engine. It's close.
Good to see you, Prince Noctis. Dustin and I have been investigating the recent tremors in the region. I believe we've discovered the source of the quakes, a long-dormant creature called the Adamantus. The beast is far too dangerous for us to approach. If you decide to venture closer, do exercise caution.
Whoa! What is that? Whoa! Oh no! No, wait, dude! That's a turtle!
Look at the size of it. It's freaking huge.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
What's that?
One false move and we're done for. We can turn the tide yet.
No, I don't think we can.
Certainly didn't expect this much trouble.
It's nice knowing you guys.
He's running, running. Speak to Taka to join the hunt for the adamant voice.
Oh yeah! Magnificent.
What a bastard.
Let's go.
Okay, so that enemy actually will really require your character to be at max at level 99. Plus having a whole host of as many buffs as you can possibly get. I'm nowhere near that level yet. We're only at level 51, so it's going to take a while before we complete that challenge. We can do a couple things in the meantime, leading up to the challenge, mainly buttoning up all the quests. But our ultimate goal is to see the performance difference between the standard GTX 1080 and this new RTX 2080.
I'm going all out.
And like I said, I can definitely tell that it's
sure want to talk.
It's performing better, certainly, but it's still not a very consistent. Still still not a very consistent frame rate. Unfortunately, this engine is going... It's doing a lot of stuff all at once.
Hey, who's up for a bite?
So in a lot of ways, it makes sense that it's
We'll meet.
not quite as crisp as many other games.
Got it.
Oh, sorry, not as smooth. Yes, the game is pretty crisp.
Welcome. Can I take your order? Think you're up to the task? Good luck to you. That's great. Good luck to you. There's no wrong choice here. Can do.
Bon appetit.
Thanks for your business.
There's more dangerous things prowling about these days.
How are you today? Thank you! Bye now!
Easy now.
Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
The hunt is on. Times.
Enough talk. Time for some action.
Thanks for the ride. Game's off. Never fear. Octo's here.
That's costing me a lot.
Sorry. Can't stop not. What can I say? Maybe it's just me, but I felt kind of bad taking those things down.
You're not alone. But out in the wild, it's kill or be killed.
And personally, I'd prefer the former. Let's go.
Last thing I need now. Eyes peeled, mouth closed. See you, Slowpoke! We're in the money.
No holding back.
Amazing why that fit to be
Watch yourself, Noct.
I know.
It's an ease will be the new world.
I say ease.
Let's dig in, shall we?
Getting by. All right, boys, we're the home stretch. Don't get done. That took everything we had.
You should be proud you gave it your all.
I've got nothing left. Easy now.
Well, let's see. What could we change? I guess we could. Go from our very lofty goal of 60 to 30. Let's see if that helps anything.
Thanks for the ride.
Focus.
Got it.
You're on fire today.
No big deal.
All over.
Gotcha!
You're on fire today. You're on fire today.
What can I say?
No. None the worse for wear. Let's have some light.
All right.
Let's go.
Of course, at night, there's no frame rate typically tanks. Since we're dealing with any more distinct sources of light. So let's see what happens.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet guy.
Stop bitching, start killing.
Look at all these lights. What a relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
I can eat a horse.
Welcome. Welcome back. Hey, you're alive. Welcome back. What would you like? These are some pretty tough customers.
Got all those.
Be careful.
Saw a Magitech trooper the other day. Those things were downright insane.
Looking for a place to stay, ain't ya?
Look at you. this. Hey.
Like I said, it's still all rough, but I was able to increase the enteroscopic filtering. So we're still getting what is basically sub 30, with a little bit of frame pacing issues there. I think it'll take quite a bit of work. That's why I'm anxious to see what they do with the DLSS. Which means I would only have a native half of the native resolution, but upscaled, much like they do with the PlayStation 4. Sort of a similar technology. But really, all the work is having to render this, the sea of pixels at UHD resolutions. So if the native resolution can be just just half of that, then you would automatically get a dramatic increase in your performance. It is silly though, if you're an early adopter, you hear all this cool stuff and you hear about games, 25 or 30 games coming out, but you're not going to get to play any of those anytime soon. They'll probably
I might have
release.
asked before, but is Ebony really all that good?
I might have answered before, but yes, it is.
They'll probably release at minimum closer to winter, maybe in December, and then we'll see other titles sort of trickle in towards the beginning of next year. Even some of the games that are using the RTX, they're targeting 1080p frame rates. Which I don't know. I think if you're buying $1,000 cards that are upwards of over $1,000, then 1080p is probably not your target rendering. That's probably not the number of pixels that you want. So it's sort of a strange assumption on the developer's point of view. Target such a low frame rate when we're moving towards 4K. Or at least for folks of this channel that they're already at that 4K level and looking for content, which is really why this channel exists. It's because I couldn't find any content either, so I figured I would just supply the content. Or if folks, maybe they don't have the hardware behind it, but they may have the display, since displays are getting pretty cheap nowadays. Maybe you're not necessarily into gaming, but you don't mind watching gaming. You don't want to invest in the hardware to play something at 4K. Kind of at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself if you're really getting anything out of it. Or if you're one of the lucky folks that can't tell the difference between a 1080p image and a 2160p image. Unfortunately, now that I've played a lot of things in native 4K, I can definitely tell. And I'm always willing to sacrifice effects, most of the time, because post-process effects just generally don't tend to be things that I find all that attractive. Most developers try to emulate film quality, cinema quality, and I think that's completely the wrong direction to go. Film quality and cinema quality are not, quote unquote realistic. They're very, they're very touched up. They're not like the reality that you see with your eyes in real life. That's why things from cinema and from motion picture they tend to look so hyper realistic. They're so jazzed up, And if that's the image quality you want, then I'm not that pleased with that. I feel that the way things are rendered in the real world naturally is really the target. That's the most beautiful image. And for the most part, this game, all of its landscapes, those look really good. So you start getting into film effects, then I tend to frown upon that. The motion blurring and the frame distortions, all that kind of stuff. I would rather not have that. That's a product of bad film, or a product of film as it is. It shouldn't be a product of games. Games are an original medium. And actually, I think, if I remember correctly, this game does run pretty consistently at 30 frames with the 2080. I have some capture software running in the background, which interferes with the smoothness of the frame. So I think the RTX, you can definitely tell the difference in games. Some games better than others. But certainly most games you can see the performance difference. Certainly for somebody like me going from a standard 1080. And then if you're part of the TI users, then going from a 1080 Ti to a 2080 Ti, I think it's pretty dramatic too. It's definitely something that is noticeable, which is what you want in your very expensive video card solution. If you didn't notice anything at all, then the company's doing something wrong. Environment. Like how Iggy wants to be He wants to be a rally championship racer with this. He's just hitting the gas on this thing. Oh, little crash. Actually, I think that's a good place to leave it. Anyway, this is audap. You've been watching Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition with the RTX 2080. I think overall I'm pretty happy with the results, and I think you will be too if you decide to purchase these cards. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.